Littleton Coin Company is ringing in the holiday season with daily deals. Visit littletoncoin.com for at least 15% off select products now through November 28th. Save on your favorite coins, such as Morgan Silver Dollars, Kennedy Half Dollars, commemorative quarters, and much more. But hurry, each day offers a new deal you don't want to miss. Visit us now at littletoncoin.com. That's littletoncoin.com. Littleton Coin Company, serving collectors since 1945.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Hello, everyone. I appreciate you tuning in today. I have a very, very special guest. This is my big sister, y'all, and I am very, very happy and excited for her to join us today. So, I want my listeners to know that I've been hearing and everything that you've been asking for, and I have been listening to your comments, your concerns, or whatever about bringing on some powerful women influencers. And this person that I have today, she is a very powerful person. She is an author. She's a certified life coach. She's a transformation specialist. And she really is willing to take every young lady out there underneath her wings and take you to another level, y'all. She is the founder of Wife Boss Academy. She like I said, she's a author. She's a motivational speaker. I don't know what else she hasn't done, to be honest. So, I really want y'all to embrace what this person has to say. As I said, she is my big sister. She is the Maxine L. Johnson. Maxine, thank you very much for joining us today.
Hello, Maurice, and hello, everyone. Good to be here, and thank you for having me.
Most definitely. I am really, really happy for you. I'm proud of you, big sis. You've really motivated me. For those of you who don't know, as I said, she is a certified life coach, and I have the blessing to be one of the exclusive male persons. I have that, I'm not sure if I'm the first one, but I'm near the top. I'm in the top 5.
You probably the top 1 or 2.
But she does have that electric personality, and I thank you for sharing it with me and, like I said, influencing me and encouraging me to continue to move forward, big sis.
You're welcome, bro. It's my pleasure. I'm grateful to serve.
And so, as I stated, you have Wife Boss Academy. You are the CEO and founder. What encouraged you to start Wife Boss Academy?
Yeah, that's a great question. So that was actually started, I'll say probably about a year ago. It was in 2020, November. And how it started was I really wanted to get more into coaching. As an HR professional, HR practitioner, I've been coaching leaders for many years. It's probably been close to 20 years. And I wanted to do more on my own and to help women and to serve women. And what I found was it always starts with your own things that you have dealt with and you become an expert in, if you will. And one of the challenges for me, as you know, I wear several leadership hats. I'm an entrepreneur. I am a HR leader. Mm-hmm. I'm a pastor. Mm-hmm. I'm in the community and I have leadership roles in the community. And that was kind of bleeding into my marriage, if you will, by me
Wow.
trying to be in my house.
Wow.
As faith-based, that's a no. I believe the opposite. I believe the man is the head of the house, even though I'm the pastor. But when I'm home, he's the king, and besides Jesus, of course, but he's the king.
Right.
So it was really getting, I'll say, I won't say tumultuous, but it was on the way there. And so I really had to take a step back and look at myself and really understand, how do I be a leader outside of the home, but be a team player at home. And that's where it started, because I was talked to other women and they were dealing with the same thing. But it kind of morphed it. So that was the wife boss. I'm a wife and I'm a boss. But then it kind of morphed into, as I started getting more women clients, it morphed and it pivoted. That's the word that we use. But it pivoted to other women. I had other women say, I'm not married, but could you still coach me? Then it pivoted to women to say, I'm in a relationship, or I'm single, or insert here. So it pivoted from Wife Boss Academy, the word wife being married to a husband, to now it's changed to women influenced and focused and empowered to lead. Because all of the women that I coach, and I serve women, my mission is to serve women who are unfulfilled in their careers, and I help them discover there is purpose beyond their profession. And so that's what I do. And so I share that with like other entrepreneurs and those folks that are out there, that you don't have to be set in stone or cemented. And when you first started, the baseline of what I do is serving women, but it has pivoted to opening up, besides those who are married, the women who are married, to those who just are professional women, and that they want a pathway and a guide to walk in their purpose and destiny.
Wow. So when you're talking about helping women as a whole, you are, as we said, you are an author of a book called Helping a Sister. And so, and in that you have 5 critical components for creating global communities of change, right? And so and let's just talk about one component. Just explain one component, and how do you implement that for these young ladies that's coming to asking you these questions?
Yeah, well, one of them is really, so I'm trying to think which one, because, you got change. So that's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
But when we think about change starts with ourselves and looking in the mirror. Change starts with looking at ourselves, taking care of ourselves, and utilizing our experiences as lessons and not as losses. Meaning sometimes we can get stuck on the bad, or stuck on those things that didn't quite go our way. We could get stuck on those things, and we need to really think about how we can be intentional and purposeful about making a change for the better, and not looking at things, I'll say life experiences as, I won't say an excuse, but I can't think of another word, but as an excuse to say, well, I can't do this because I went through that. In the book, it actually talks a little bit about my life story and what I've learned from my life obstacles and life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what propelled this book.
Now, you talked about change, right? And one of the key points that you point out is starting with the woman that's in the mirror. But there's another component that you talk about also, and I'm wondering if that's what, are you coming across this all where people are not feeling comfortable in their own skin, and so one of the other components is share, and you talk about how it's okay to ask for help, right? So. And I understand that even some of the things that we're talking about, even though we're talking about helping a sister, but guys, this is for you also, because I think this book also helped me to, of course, I changed the pronouns, if you will, but how do you make it personal for yourself on making a change? So how do you help people to kind of get out of that space where they don't feel comfortable to share, because sometimes that step is very, very hard.
That step is really hard. I think that's where it comes into, there has to be something inside of you that you want to be free of whatever, and share and asking for help. How long do you want to stay in that place of bondage, if you will, and saying like, I'm okay, I'll do it by myself, and you're suffering the entire time. You're miserable the entire time. When you're sharing what you need and sharing your stories, it's always helpful because it frees you. It frees you from that place. It don't feel good because you get embarrassed. You're like, oh, people know my business. Everybody's they're going to tell my business. Well, that's back in the 1980s. That's what happened in the 90s. But right. You get to know who you can discern, who you can share your stories with. And for those who are truly your friends, you get to know who they are. So and I talk about stories about how she's like an aunt to me. And I remember I was a single mom. Went through a divorce, and my son, we had no water. The water shut off. And how my sons used to go through the back of the house. I went to my neighbor, who's like an aunt to me. She was my maid of honor, and she and I would talk about, she said, if your water's off, you come up here, you take a shower. Like, she was very like rigid. Take a shower at my house, tell the boys to fill up these water containers, go through the back of the house. Everybody got to know your business. And then we'll just do it like that until you get paid. Here's the money to go pay your bill. And then when you get paid, if I didn't open up my mouth out of embarrassment, I think I waited a little bit,
right.
A couple of days. You can't go but 2 days, right?
Right.
Or 1 day, frankly. And when I shared it with her, she said, why didn't you say anything? I would have helped pay for it, but this is what you're going to do in the meantime. And I realized that sharing our stories or sharing our needs, it frees you, because what this woman did, she's older than me. She's like 65 now. Mm-hmm. And she said to me, and she kind of coached me, she mentored me on how to better align my finances and all of that. So sometimes even sharing our stories, there's a lesson in that for us to grow and develop. So that's what's important about sharing. Like, I got to get something out of this that's going to make me better.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Max. I apologize.
No, I was just thinking it's almost an expectation. Like, if I'm sharing this, I'm expecting something out of it. And it may not be from that person, but it could be freeing yourself.
Wow. So, does your career, because you have been working in the human resources for quite some time. You're a human resource professional for a local hospital, if you will. So how does dealing with people on an everyday basis help you move forward with these type of programs, with your coaching, job development, whatever it might be? How does your regular 9-to-5 help with your entrepreneur journey and those other individuals that's trying to get to the point where you are?
Yeah, so I'll say it, in my entrepreneurial journey, it has helped me as an HR professional for close to 20 years now. That flew. But it's helped me in the way that you become more of an expert at what you do. And when you become an expert, you understand the nuances of how people work, how people think. Everyone doesn't think the same, but we're all human. And so I've dealt with people that from one end of from one role to the other. I dealt with chief scientific officers, CEOs, presidents, and I've dealt with people that work in food services. They all have the same comment. What can you do for me? Here's the outcome I'm looking for. Can you help me? That's the common denominator. And it's just understanding the strategy on how you can get them as close to what they ask from you. So that's one common denominator that I've learned from, I'll say, coaching, helping, serving those in my HR profession. Relationship is everything. People don't care about all your accolades, and they don't care about, your PhDs, LMNOPs. They don't. They really don't. And I've dealt with world-renowned physicians. When I say world-renowned, they are world-renowned. And of course, I mention their names. But they didn't call me and say, Maxine, do you have your MBA and you have this? What do you do? They don't ask about my background. They don't ask if I'm certified. All they want to know is, can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And that's what I found, that now that common denominator has been utilized in my entrepreneurship. When you look at serving the people, that's when it grows. So sometimes in entrepreneurship that I learned, Maurice, is that when people are looking to get that dollar, they don't get it. They don't, because you chasing money, you thirsty.
Right.
You thirsty. But if it's about serving, like, what can I do to help you? How can I help you and truly help them? Then that's what it's about. And that's when more people come. It's interesting because I did a podcast, I think it was a podcast last December. I remember this vividly. And I made an offer to women. I said, if you contact me and blah, 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 you can join my coaching program at a discounted price. 5 women signed up. Those were my first clients outside of what I do as an HR professional.
Wow.
All I wanted to do was serve. That's it. So I can't remember. You asked another part, but that was I got into that part.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, one of the things that I'm picking up from just your own background professionally, from the religious perspective, being a pastor, and just coaching, you're a people person. And so I think somehow you found your niche, if you will, your lane. How would you encourage those women or those individuals that have not quite found their lane? Because one of the things that you mentioned is serving people, but if you haven't found your lane, you don't know how to serve those individuals in that space. So how would you encourage someone to even find their lane and figure that out?
Yeah, I think the one thing is that there is you have to know what you're good at. You got to understand what you're passionate about, who you like to serve, who's your target audience. And once you do that, and I do this even with my clients, we go through this whole exercise about identifying all of your talents, all of your skills. What do you like to do? What do you love to do? What do you hate to do? And utilizing all of that, and then kind of honing that in to help resonate what is that target audience or what is that lane. And you notice, Maurice, people can be all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
One day doing this, next week they doing this, next week they baking cakes, next week they,
Right.
And people get confused. And so it's really important to kind of hone in on what that is. One thing about, since I've started Wife Boss Academy, is that I've been consistent with who I serve, and I serve women. I serve women who are professionals and that they want to walk in their purpose. They want to walk in their destiny. And that's what I've been consistent in that. And that's what I absolutely love to do.
So, I think, again, once again, I thank you for allowing me to be in the exclusive club.
Yeah, exclusively only.
Right. But one thing I will say, just from my own perspective, like I said, you've really encouraged me a lot. As you said, we bounce ideas off of each other, we help each other, and that's the one thing that I think people don't understand. You can create a team, you can create a bond with people, and you don't have to have any type of ulterior motives or whatever it is. Like, sometimes it's best to be genuine. And
Exactly.
I think some of the things that you promote in Wife Boss Academy and helping a sister and even pastoring, for those of you who would like to view her on Facebook Live on Sunday mornings, Eastern Standard Time, Metropolitan AME Church, you can hear even her message, how genuine Maxine really is across the board. It doesn't matter what the situation is. She's really, really down to earth, and I appreciate, what you've done for me, big sis. I really do.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
And
so we go in, you ask a question, I'm like, oh, what about this? And we exchange ideas. And
right.
One thing it's all about, it's like iron sharpens iron. So that's important to me.
And so I would like these ladies to understand it's the same thing. She's going to treat you the exact same way. Her coach, she pushes her. She's and my coach being Maxine, she's pushing me. And so everyone, but we're pushing, as you said, iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
But I really would encourage for everyone to follow her. So Max, let everyone know where they can find you, where they can find your book, what websites. Let the people know where they can get you.
So the easiest way you can to find me is on Instagram, at Maxine L. Johnson on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way that you could connect with me. DM me, follow me, and I'll follow you back. I do believe in that. That's all a part of relationship. And I would love to share with the audience if I can. Yes. I would like to offer them something. If I can offer a free gift to everybody that's listening. Thank you for having me. And the free gift, if you would like the free gift, you can go to www.maxineFreeGift.com and go on there and get your free gift, and it's yours.
Nice. So Max, before I let you go, there's one other thing I have to ask you, and I ask this of all my guests. It's a would you rather question. So, would you rather face a fork in the road or be forced to pick between 3 doors?
A fork in a road or be forced to pick one of 3 doors?
Yes.
All right. Both of them encompasses decisions. Mm-hmm. The one thing about the fork in the road is that you may have more vision, or you may be able to see a little something more so than anything else, than the door. With the doors, you don't know what's behind them. With the fork in the road, it's all about what you see. It doesn't necessarily mean it's vision, because you're not sure what it is. So when I talk about doors, I like saying this. If you knock on the door is open, let them in and take advantage of the opportunity. So even no matter what you get, you may always make lemonade. So I would do the knock at the door.
Really?
Door number 1, door number 2.
As long as this is a door.
If it's a door, because if it's open, that means opportunity, and let me work with what I got.
Wow.
The fork in a road, I don't know how long that road's going to be.
You're right. And so you'll just take whatever happens at that door, no matter what it is.
Yep, let's get it.
And then change the opportunity depending on what it is.
That's right. Because the fork in the road, that road could be about 40, 50 miles. Whereas the door is right there. Let me deal with what it is right there.
Right. Okay, that's cool. That's a different outlook. I've heard many ways of looking at that. But yours was very unique. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you challenged me, so I went there.
That's good. So, Maxine, I thank you very much for jumping in on this call with us today.
You are welcome. Thanks for having me, bro. I'm so excited to be here, and I look forward to all that is going to happen in the next 12 months. So
12 months or 12 minutes, because this is about to go down, y'all. So, no, seriously. Thank y'all very much for listening, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
All right, bye.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.